You know, Amitabha, we chanting Amitabha. Amitabha, one flower has 5 petals. Then your spirit, everybody's spirit is open divine eye. Divine eye is 5 eyes. And physical eye, and wisdom eye, Dharma eye, Buddha eye, Enlightenment eye. Because everybody has spirit, including bacteria, virus too, virus, super virus. You eat painkillers, no matter what painkiller, they wouldn't die. It's super virus. That's pre-enlightenment. The websites. Web means spider webs. Spider webs, it connected that way. You see DNA is inside, twisted. The word websites, yeah. Websites. That's all lines are cold line. Cold line from your observation of the what called the Nirvana observation, enlightened observation. Look at it. That's where's the sunset, like a drum. Each lines hit drum, they go with vibrating the websites. Websites means triple W, the world observation. World is emptiness. 1, 2, 3 emptiness. Triple emptiness. .com. That's information getting. This email there means emotional matters, right? This knowledge and technology. Emotional matters. We call it central intelligence. Yes. Yeah. Human beings, mind world is called emotional matters. That's hell called. Sooner or later disappeared. But while you have body, health, families, nations, social lives, all those things, you tight, hold on, disappeared. Cannot hold on. That's called mind of form world. That's form world like a transcend, disappeared. And then form world, no difference, emptiness. Form is emptiness. Emptiness, number 1 emptiness is literal hell. That's hell. Number 1 emptiness. Number 2 means double. Double emptiness. Like gym. It come on time. On time means there's time, there's no time. Both of them transcended thought. Called on time. On means just on. Just means justy on. No justy? Lawyers. Justice means I take your justice. Just on time. On time, just no difference. Right? That's called double. We call it diamond. Parajuna paramita. That's paramita. No more knowledge matters. No more fight over. Piece of no more taking court. Court means justice. They give justice. sentence for this you get it 10 years or sometime lifetime to put him in. That's justice. Justice go with same thing. Ethics, you know ethics, right? Ethical justice called. Justice only called lawmakers to make it itself. they want to separate but the same, no different. Ethical justice. It's on time, that means. To get over form is emptiness. You get it? It's very common sense, but one of the sociology professors is to translate justice emptiness, like a single emptiness. It's wrong. He's absolutely wrong. This he teaching, this graduate school, Harvard. This kind of all this new generations make a stupidity that cannot attain enlightenment. The justice means double emptiness. No more knowledge matters. It goes parajura matters, wisdom matters. And you got triple emptiness called Nirvana. Absolutely the mind over, mindful. Mindful is hell, yes. Mind over Nirvana, prime enlightenment. Enlightenment, prime enlightenment. The second one, heaven and God over Nirvana, daylight. That's called supreme enlightenment. Supreme enlightenment and the prime enlightenment get together called Anyuttara Samyak Sambhari. That's how you get it. Any form word is, there's three places, mind transmission, they're talking about it. Three places, it's a form word. Form word means this desire world and the form world, formless world, emptiness. That's three places. That's called house fire. Three world house fire. Now, house burning, fire, what do you call it? Usually call them 911 firemen. But firemen wouldn't work. While you're living, house firing house, home, all your family, the new generation growing. In order to save them, you gotta at least use justice. One time. Get over. There is time, there's no time. Form and emptiness. You can't get over. Do you know what to do? There's no such a thing as house fire. Get it? That's why triple emptiness, Nirvana matters. Nirvana, most people don't know. Nirvana is, there's nameable Nirvana, there's unnameable Nirvana. Nameable Nirvana is a prime enlightenment. You get a lot of profit. Nirvana for profit. There's we call it Nirvana palace. Yeah. The prime enlightenment. You know palace? This was king's palace. It used to be in history. Right. And there, everything. All those people in this country that give their tax, everything, palace, king's palace. That's Nirvana property. Only forever, no birth, no death. There are no birth, therefore no death. For eternity, called eternal consequence. No beginning, no end. And that's happiness forever. Second, happiness. And the third is freedom of mind. You operate. Mind wouldn't operate you. Mind operates you, you belong to General Hospital and NIH, prescriptions, yes. That's hell. Yeah. And the third, pure land. Pure, impure, both of them get over. That's called, we just chant Amitabha. That's main Buddha of the pure land. And main Buddha left side called Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, right side they said it is powerful action. No. Zen wood, action. Action can make money. Why wood? Fire element in the wood. Logically, there is fire element. You can get it logically. But action, rubbing 2 pieces of wood, smoke comes out, fire comes out. That's action. Zen wood. Zen wood is mere face wisdom. Mere face, look at the mirror, or you look at it, and you look at the mirror, there comes imagination, imagine yourself, whatever who you look at your image, and someone look at someone's image. The imagine is, that means it's not will. So it's our form world is not will. That's imagine. And then you got to enlighten, prove it. Go with Parajuna, double emptiness, and the third, Nirvana emptiness. Therefore, Anuttara Samyak Sambhari. Always you speaking of the Buddhism is the Theravada Buddhism and the Mahayana Buddhism. Theravada was mindfulness. It's actually, seriously talking about the Theravada Buddhism is not Buddhism, foreigners. They are in hell. They are poor, there's a sickening, there's not real effect. They think absolutely we keep in effect. This life is very poor. No one can help unless they get on justice, ethical life. Yeah. And then they can prove triply, Nirvana world, enlightened world. And then this one talk of the very, very long way. Most, the Lotus Flower Sutra. Lotus Flower Sutra is a lot of religions they took from there. they get cooked because from take that. If they took from White Flower Ornament Sutra, they're right. But their main thing called mind transmission. Mind transmission, the listeners, the cause and effect science, they called Pradeka Buddhas. And the third called the Bodhisattvas. And these Bodhisattvas turn into one Buddha. They're called the 3 turns 1. This looks like one God, sounds like. One Buddha means. Bodhisattvas means actually divinity matters. That's Bodhisattvas. The strict, genuine meaning of God. Only there's absolutely no ego, no personality, no being, no exist. And there's separate individuality. This is genuine set for meaning of God. That's Bodhisattvas called. Buddhist scripture read this main Bodhisattvas. Mahayana they call it Bodhisattvas. And Hinayana calls it mindfulness. The mindfulness get off. It's off by himself, not because of someone pushed it out. They self they're holding on, fell in hell. Yes. Mindfulness is really full yoga. Who called April Fool? That's mindfulness. Yes. Yeah. That's 4th month in the solar calendar. That's mind called house burning. Home, house burning home. Yes. That's desire and form world emptiness. Formless world is emptiness. Yeah. That's three places. That's house burning. In order to save that, you gotta get over that house burning. So 3 Bodhisattvas way and science way, and another one, really study, listening, research way. The three things turn into one. That's called genuine meaning of God. Yes. That you gotta get over. When you attain enlightenment, you are operating all the heaven and God at the same time. Yes. Otherwise, God and heaven operate you, and you're slave of this. Worse than Hinayanas. Yeah. Because body of emptiness, body of the God is emptiness. Body of heaven and God, the both body of emptiness. You gotta get up emptiness. Form is emptiness, get out. No count. That's why so many books come out, 1,000 million books comes out. There are mindfulness, quite a bit books among there. That's mindfulness absolutely because you are spiritual manners, mindfulness. Spiritual manners.
So
Divine life first is.
The Hinayanans, because of this duality they have, there is no way they can attain freedom of mind.
No way.
No liberation.
The forever vitality hell, and also forever in the formal hell. Formal, birth, getting old, sickness, death. Anything, forms get together and then suffering, dukkha, and then disappeared in the eternal world. Forever ignorance. The 12 causality, number one, that's ignorance first. That's emptiness. 12 months of the emptiness, but you have to cut the turn into 6 parameters. And you go 3 by 3, four bundles, 4 noble truths comes out. This Buddha preaches earliest. 12 causality and 4 noble truths. And open mouth, he did. And called vipassana. Vipassana means mindfulness. Yes, that's very early preaches. We call it Sutra. 12 years he preached that. Among that, he was talking about 8 alaya consciousness. Final consciousness of the home. Final consciousness is one enlightened, the other one not enlightened. That's the same room but 2 rooms. The unenlightenment part turn into micro.com websites. That's what websites is. That one you cannot take it with you when you're dead. You leave behind it. That's called micro.less. That means micro hole. Micro.less with micro hole, right? Micro hole is turned into genuine triple emptiness, Nirvana world. Getting there, just on justice, ethical justice. That's all the sanghas, sangha monks, just a diamond samadhi, diamond parajana is. Let them attain enlightenment. They talking, all sentient beings go into triple emptiness, Nirvana world. Anyway, Buddha stayed in Nirvana world forever. We call it Nirvana daylight. That's supreme enlightenment. How are you? It's a nice day, right?
Nice day.
It's a beautiful day. It's a rainy, it's a nice day too. When you had drought long time, rain comes, it's a nice day.
Yes.
It's blessed day. That's what nothing wrong with it. You're talking of nice day. This is called triple Nirvana, supreme enlightenment. Prime enlightenment means borderline, but still a lot of private Nirvana palace called. Any questions?
So Bodhisattva attain the prime enlightenment.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Buddha attain the supreme enlightenment.
Supreme enlightenment.
That's different.
Yes. That's called Anuttara Sammasambuddha. Therefore, all supreme enlightenments operates heaven and gods, and prime enlightenment operates mind operates. Otherwise, mind operates you. That's called turn into your body turn into general hospital, mind turn into NIH. It's business matters, all business.
So the one achieved the prime enlightenment liberated himself, herself. So that the one achieved the supreme enlightenment liberated all sentient beings.
All sentient beings. That's called Namamitabo. Amitabha Buddha. Amitabha Buddha means spirit matters. Enlightens nature, called spirit. It's not soul train.
In supreme enlightenment, ego, personality, self is gone.
That's right.
So
Even being. Even being.
being is gone.
Being, I am, or you are.
I amness is gone. Consciousness. Consciousness.
That's forward.
Yeah.
If
So
there's
who-
I am, that means you are in.
So given that that's all gone, what entity is left to operate on God, heaven, and causality? You talk
It's not
about.
causality. Causality means forward.
Okay.
Cause and effect means.
No, but you speak of operating on causality. Who operates on? What operates on causality?
Prime enlightenment. Mind operators.
But not an individual self. It's so.
We don't call this. Well, individual, you could micro that.
Uh-huh.
That's individual.
So it just means let it alone. Let things happen. I mean, nobody's.
Well, you have this kind of six consciousness, six consciousness. This guy is really curious. Sometimes six consciousness turn into really mind world, self.
It goes back and forth, huh?
Six consciousness three times. Six consciousness rooted in your body, form world. And the six consciousness perception world too. Six consciousness, where's the boundary?
But when
It's
you're,
three, six. They call it 18. That's called form world. 18 heavens, form world. 4 heavens, formless world. Desire world is 6 heaven world. That's called 28 heaven world. All the matter of your brain and thought matters. And then this emptiness self go through emptiness. Form and emptiness. You cannot send it. When you go religious matters, 6 pages says, all the religious matters with no thought. He's talking of no thought. No thought is not correct. No thought. Just right thought called. Just on time. Just the ethical, just the on thought. That's right thought.
and that's automatic. It doesn't have to come from any self or bias.
Nobody control you.
Yeah, it just
it's nature itself.
flows. Yeah,
Nature self.
yeah. Beautiful.
Universal self, yes, harmonized.
Mm-hmm. That's wonderful.
Nobody
Not wonderful.
direct you.
What?
It's enlightening, yes.
Quasi.
Can we talk about the relationship and the birthdays?
You like to have your call the fortune fortune teller.
No, not really.
We can go fortune tellers too.
No.
Unless we don't know it, there's something growing. We know everything. We could clean up. We don't know it, something growing. Buddha says, in your mind, nothing go with doubt. You go without, you are harming yourself in your mind. Good, that's what believe. Believe in no doubt, you're enlightening. There. In your doubting, there's somebody might help me. Doubting, you go on, some subject, then there is mind hurt. There is mind hurt, it's wrong. There's no mind, you flunk. There is or there not. You got to be on time. Ethical justice on time. On. You call that, let's say time, but on. Yeah.
On time.
On site. On
That's a
site.
Parajana Mara.
Right on.
Right on.
Right on.
So what you're describing is actually part of the what Buddhists call it the 10 treasures of the Enlightenment.
10 treasures, yeah. Perfect mind, perfect earth. 10 treasures. That's Bodhisattva Mara. The God Mara says. So, I don't have the 10,000 calendar.
I looked it up online to see. My Western birthday is March 9th, 1970, but when you take the lunar calendar and take it back, it's actually February 2nd.
February 2nd, okay.
And,
What year?
And that was 1970, the year of the dog.
Dog.
And then I talked to my mother, and she says I was born at 7:21 a.m. or p.m. 7:21 p.m. So it's 14:21 in 24-hour time.
When you write down then, when I look at the lunar calendar, I get you.
The moon was just a
No, that doesn't matter. What daytime or nighttime, called it, lunar calendar day goes only 12 hours day. Divide, divide, 1 month, 24 hours day. Solar calendar maybe. Lunar calendar only 12 hours day.
I wrote a program to do all that.
That's all the 12 animals are feeding 4 times in the year and months and the day and the time. Same, yes. You figure out that one. When you look at chart, you read it. Once you know the character of every animals, your whole your lifetime, fortune comes out too. If you enlighten, they go with 6 parameters. You go enlightenment ways, turn into supreme enlightenment. But you cannot go there. You just at least I want to know what kind of karma do I have. Come out to here. Fortune telling me they flunk from enlightenment. Yes, that's my fortune teller.
I was going to ask about that. Before I came and joined the center here, I was dabbling a little bit with Shin. And one of the things that was clear to me is that you can actually get these charts, but if you don't have the right master that can read the charts, you might get the wrong info.
Yeah, they click right. The answer comes out anyway. Right answer. Long click is the wrong answer. Yes.
Garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah. Oh, you have the right info, but you don't know how to read it.
That's true.
Yeah. Gosung, I wrote a computer program to do that.
You can do that.
It needs improvement though, but I have the basic core. For
Well, we can sell it.
Well, yeah, and we can put a sign up the road that says fortune telling.
No, divination.
What's that? Divination?
Yeah.
Divination.
That's what
You don't have to put him in the sign. You just put him in the internet, YouTube, and then advertise it. I can tell your fortune. If you send me, $10 per person.
I was thinking standing on a street corner.
A long time ago I did put in the magazine advertisement. Every mailbox every morning I go and open it. They have 10 or 20 nails there, and each day you open it, $10, $20 there, and I write and give them and return it. That's why I put it in this land, invest it.
Good idea. Why not? People love this stuff.
I think right now online there already
Yeah.
quite a few applications. You just enter your information there, which day, year, time.
Has anybody looked at any of those?
I've used them. I used them
On that.
quite a bit, and there are apps on the iPhone as well that you can actually do it.
What I heard is you don't want to do this multiple times because that's going to delete your fortune from your karmic life you have. You don't want to do multiple too many times. That's what I heard.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Huh. But I still think it's hokum. I don't see. I mean, I don't see how it makes any kind of sense. I'm sorry, I just don't get it.
You try to get things by your sense, impossible. Sense of nerve. Nerve is not there. When you look carefully yourself, nerve works by building cells, but this nerve's not there. When you put in Novocaine, this part is dead. Opening, you don't feel it. Nature is not there, emptiness.
I'm just saying, this is saying your basic storyline is set in motion due to certain parameters at the time of your birth.
Oh no, you're talking about the fortune tellers talking. Yeah, fortune tellers
Yeah.
up the air like a crowd.
But you're saying we're a step above fortune telling with what we're doing here, and I don't quite get it.
You don't cut with fortune tellers. Fortune tellers no different gamblers. You know gambling?
Yeah, I do.
Atlantic City, casinos.
Yeah.
That's gambling. There's some part you can win it, but very, very hard. 1 million by one, you can win. Actually, you lose money. Fortune tellers actually lose their life in the literal emptiness, hell. Yes, they lose their life. Fortune tellers are.
It seems to me that maybe that this isn't so much fortune telling as it is more of an expression of the karma that you have when you are born, and that or you are born because in that time, in that place, in that day, in that night or day, because you have these certain characteristics that have carried through, it causes you to be born then, and that's all it is.
Prescriptions.
Yeah.
Prescription. There's no such thing disease, but tons of prescription
right.
comes out. People need it. They think they are sick. They're not. They don't know. They mind.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Mind-
Steve, my question is, are you born when the doctor takes you out of the womb, or are you born 9 months before that?
I don't know that it really matters when you say that you're born. It's still whatever it is at that point 9 months before. It's still an expression of the karma at that moment.
Oh no, when you focus to your form of your body,
Okay.
there is birth.
Right.
There's a womb birth. But you go spirits, there's no such thing as birth.
Right.
No birth. Only the enlightenment.
But I think I like your idea. I think the important thing is it's not deterministic. This is just it's just a description of the potentialities of your karma, right? It's like when you
Right.
have a
Snapshot.
genetic. Whenever you have a genetic profile, doesn't mean that you're gonna be an alcoholic. You potentially can be an alcoholic, but you can do something about it.
Right.
So it's not a fortune telling that this is gonna happen to you and that's it. There's no that it's just karma.
Right. It's karma. Yeah.
But how is it
Karma is-
different than randomness?
Your
You know,
mind
just-
world is karma.
Mm-hmm.
Enlightenment is karma like this. No way they can attain enlightenment. Mindfulness, no way. But you gotta mind over Nirvana.
Yeah, makes sense.
Master Shin. So, mind over Nirvana, that is the golden drum.
No, prime enlightenment.
Prime enlightenment is the golden drum.
Like
Supreme enlightenment
supreme enlightenment. Yes.
with
You
prime
got
enlightenment.
your orchestra. This drum is number one. always. No orchestra. Your house deck. Deck means orchestra room. House deck. Yeah. You think about music. Music was orchestras. Orchestra means all kind of musical instruments go together. When you hear that, there's a lot of suffering, there's a lot of dukkha, a lot of voice, emptiness, a lot of the heaven, all things all together. But conductor recognize what's missing, right away. Very tiny sounds. Conductor understand that you're missing them. Right away. That's what orchestra means. You go to religious chanting standing.
Chorus.
Yeah, you call the name in any case. That's turned into orchestra heaven. The part of orchestra says. It goes by voice, self-voice. Self-voice means spiritual matters. That's turned into true. Yeah. Sunlight. Because our spirit is like Nirvana daylight. Your consciousness is, root of consciousness is daylight, Nirvana daylight. There's no difference, same. That's called nature. The Dharma Kaya means. Amitabha Buddha means the same, yes. Same Dharma Kaya.
So when you attain mind over nirvana, you become the conductor of the golden drum.
Better than the conductor. Conductor is kind of leader of the orchestra. Yeah. Entire conductor and the entire orchestra is turned into essential nirvana mind. Yeah. It's called the spirit. Yes, spirit. See, they just keep going digital mouse clicking.
We're doing Carlos's reading now.
Oh.
Should I pay you?
See what it says first.
Well, Suni says I cannot do this many times because I screw the whole thing
Don't
up.
do too many times. Yeah.
The problem is, since there's year, month, day, and time, and there's 12 characters for each, 12 times 12 times 12 times 12 is like 20,000. So that means there's only 20,000 unique stories for all people in the world.
Good programmer, yes.
No, but I know there's a higher level. This is beyond that you're pointing at, and I'm not quite getting it. I know it's beyond the fortune teller realm, but I'm
Yes,
not
you
quite getting.
can tell Amitabha Buddha turned into all the top of lotus flower that turn into 1,000 million of the Buddhas, and they're like sand grain, beaches. The sand grain,
Right.
countable, but count or not, same numbers always.
Right.
But that
I
many
see.
numbers, sentient beings coming. Every sentient beings, each one of has Buddha in the heart.
Right.
Yeah, that's why it's called numberless. It's called that's pure land world.
So Jim, I thought 12 exponential 12, another exponential 12, another exponential 12. That's a number.
Limitless.
That's not like
12 to
1,000.
the 12th to the 12th.
1,000
No,
millions.
not
1,000 millions.
exponential. Yeah, it's numbers.
Sunlight got
Well,
all
it's not
together.
numbers.
How bright it is.
But it's not even
Fast.
Infinite.
It's not a
It's not even 12
That's cool.
because you have
Does it
60
work?
seconds.
That's me.
The difference is really fast.
Sort of.
It's still
So Master Shin, the goal
Give me
is,
10 bucks.
if there is a goal, supreme enlightenment,
Is it, you serious?
which
It's
is mind
Anuttara
over,
Anuttara
mind over nirvana.
What does it say?
That's it.
It says I'm good.
You go with very simple.
I'm good to
Triple
go.
emptiness.
Right.
It's
That's it.
very simple. Triple emptiness and three kayas. We call the 3 by 3 9. They're called the 33 heavens.
Heaven.
That's your homeland.
Okay.
That's genuine homeland.
Okay.
Called homeland, right? Homeland security. Not physical. This is triple emptiness of 3 kayas with 33 heavens. And the Hawaiian Sutra flower ornament, Enlightenment Sutra. The sutra Buddha preaches 7 praise, and 9 times, and for 21 days. The 7 praise means heaven 4 praise, earth 3 praise, and in between, one in 33 heaven, earth 3, heaven 3. That's called 7 days a week, 1 week, right? Yeah. That's 7 days a week. We come.
That's a good
This calendar wouldn't come out, but you make any calendar from 4 weeks, months. The 1 month for 4 weeks. The same thing. And then you go Sunday, go church, or Sunday, holidays, or Saturday half days. You make it. And 7 days a week in Sentai is Thursday, right? Wednesday Sentai. The Wednesday means the character water days, water object days. The water means genuine when meditators observing water. Human bodies, 90% is water matters. And observe the water, the clean water, the very clean water, go through with see bottom of lake through water. The clean water freeze, ice, no more leaking water. And the ice water turn into glass cold. Buddha says so. This glass. The glass means absolutely no leaking mind. Because glass has secret yellow color. But human eyes, blind color. You see glass for kids through outside well, but don't see yellow color. And that one is 8, crystal ball hold. This each corner has a light comes out. This is they called in 7 lines. When you go Bodhisattva, we understand Bodhisattva. Mind definition of mind is Bodhisattva. The tree has 7 lines come down. 7 days a week. Yeah. That each corner of the 8 corners of the crystal, pentagon located crystal city, same thing, glass over crystal. Yeah. Crystal means turn into corners come out. Each corner has light producing. When sunlight hit it, sometimes blue and red and all kind of color comes out. The yellow color glass go with blue sky. Physically I look at the sky looks blue. The yellow and blue combined turn to green. That's called all vegetation. The green color give us all kind of help because we took out carbon. In oxygen, carbon out. The green color take carbon and they give us oxygen. That's what life means. To help each other. The websites come up from there. That's why you good meditators, you go with observing water. Number 2, number 1 is sun. Sunset, west side, the sunset. Number 2 is water observation. Number 3, earth observation. Earth means like a glass, can see through all over. Your body itself, earth, 6 continents, 5 oceans, same thing. We have it inside, and you see through yourself. And what's wrong inside? You don't have to go physicians check out. You see what's wrong. Balance, imbalance. Imbalance means energy matters. Imbalance means you got, stomach warm, head usually cold water. And the other way around. Head is hot and the stomach cold. Then this morning of sign, you lost the balance. You're sickening right away. Children, you check out children, same thing. The fever comes out and they're touching head first.
Yes.
Or even physicians that put him in the thermometer under his arm, this one in the mouth. What body temperature is, and they check out. What your weight, same thing. What kind of diet you're eating. Recipes, yes. Recipes wrong, you turn into prescriptions. Right recipes, you don't go with prescriptions. The NIH means people with no good recipes go to NIH.
No good birth here?
Recipes. Oh, to eat. If you eat food, you go to NIH, you get sick.
So you're eating the wrong things.
Wrong food, in other words.
We're on the web now, you know.
Oh, yes. We're not lying. It goes all over the world.
Oh dear.
Master Shin, what is the correct way to eat?
Depends on personality. You, what the body. Somebody has, blood pressure, overweight. They're all different kind. And like blood pressure is so high, you go with the grape wines. Go with put them in onions, soak it at least 10 days, and you don't drink too much, but small amount. Wouldn't you gotta attack you, but lose blood pressure down right away.
Soaking an onion in red wine for 10 days?
Depends on what French made red wine or American made. Depends on what country. It's genuine, genuine grape wine. Yeah. It's called red wine. Yeah.
You soak the onions in the wine.
Yeah, onions is.
And drink it.
10 days.
Your blood pressure come down right away. Yeah. You take some people very high and they take pills, prescriptions, but those people take a while to come down. It works. Yes.
What size of an onion are we talking about here?
Who cares about
One
the
bottle.
end of the
One
wine?
bottle.
Yeah,
One bottle
The
of
main ingredient.
grape wine. They've probably 2 onions, or you can put them any kind of onion, Madalia onions or any onions, chopped small.
And what's the dosage on the wine?
You put them soaking. Yeah.
You don't want to
You
get
drink a bottle a day?
No.
entirely
Very tiny. Sake sounds.
Oh, okay.
Size. Sake sounds.
Blood pressure going up.
Very tiny.
And temperament.
Sake, tiny. Yeah.
You put the wine and the onions in the sake size cup?
No.
No,
Just onion, you take it away.
You
filter
filter
it,
it.
yeah.
Filter.
Yeah, filter. Yeah. Onions after 10 days, you don't have to put onion there. Put onion away, you could cook another.
Well, that's,
Yeah.
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 Well, that's interesting.
So Master Shin, I thought for Buddhist practitioner, and we are not supposed to drinking alcohol.
Yeah, not supposed
so wine
to.
is
Well, anyway,
part of
our
the
food,
body
you
food.
eat, go in the stomach, processing part, there's
Yeah.
onion part, the wine part too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So
therefore you
you're saying
pre-made, wine, you take smallest amount, called sake,
right.
sake-san. That one
That's
really digestive
to health.
helps.
And
More
you,
than that, not necessary.
and you do that once a day? Once a
Once
day?
a day, well, sometimes every meal,
Every meal, okay.
whatever you eat meal, you do that, probably 3 times a day. Blood pressures go down fast. Most people lose weight, blood pressure down. But lose weight is very dangerous. You lose energy. Yeah. And you do that, blood pressure down, you lose weight automatically. That's how it works.
Gosung, you and I were talking outside last week about the Chinese 5-vegetable soup. Would you say a little bit about that now?
That's old stuff.
Old world stuff.
Yeah.
It's good. I started it. I love it.
It works.
Yeah.
It works, yeah.
Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah, Steve and I do it.
Oh, wow, good, yeah. I just started it. I love it.
Yeah, if you're ill, take 3 times a day, but you're healthy, 2 times a day is good.
Yeah.
Good enough.
I drink the broth in the morning. In the evening, I have the soup with more of the vegetables.
In between, no food.
No food,
goes,
no.
at least.
It curbs appetite.
30 minutes
I'm less
or
hungry.
1 hour. Huh?
I'm less hungry. It curbs my appetite.
That's right.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You look better anyway, Sonny.
Form
You're
work.
on time.
This is just my form work.
Just on time.
Just on time. This is what I do in the form work.
Ethical justice.
Thank you.
Your form world physique.
My form work persona,
There you go.
representative self.
Right.
And then you can eat the vegetables. You don't have to go to McDonald's.
That's right.
Amen.
But here's my thing. I've been saying this for years, and in Zen we have the key to health, to happiness, but we don't seem to be required with this knowledge to bring it forth to the rest of the world. It's almost like every man for himself. I don't know why this Sangha does not have impetus to go out in the world and share this wonderful knowledge that we gain here.
You don't have to go out to share it. You sit down, share it.
Well, yeah.
Click, nice.
That's what we're doing
See,
now.
it's the same answer. All right.
Everybody knows.
I think we should get incorporated. This is American Zen, see?
Yes.
You go out there and flashing lights.
American Zen masters.
I thought we were incorporated.
501c3.
Yeah.
We got lawyer here that can help us. We got representatives from the medical profession.
As long as there's nothing wrong in your mind, you don't need a lawyer. Anything you click, yes, you might.
You don't need a scientist either.
Here we go again.
So, like what Jim is saying, though, to promote Zen, Master Shin, from birth, or if there is birth or the beginning of existence, we all have it. We all have Buddha nature and all have enlightenment and triple emptiness and mind over nirvana. It's just the matter of recognizing it, correct? So it's like we don't have to go anywhere. From the beginning, we go on this journey, which is the circle, to get right back to where we were.
No, not necessarily. You start from that places when you start from your heart or your form of body and mind you started, and your spirits, the 3 things.
Right.
Those 3 things you gotta well harmonize. Don't leave anything behind.
Right.
Go with it,
Right.
and then you don't have to go. Sit down there, you can enlightenment.
By well harmonized, do you mean immobilized?
Immobilizes. That's essential means immobilize. But you depends on your brain thinking. I gotta go the right road. So many roads that take. You take 118 or 119 or 27. Some people. I don't want to take any road. I take a helicopter. And sometimes, I wouldn't take anything. I just sit down here. Everything come from myself. Therefore, I'm a main station, main port. Yes, we call airport, seaport. They call the canal, water train. So many they mobilize, moving around. You get 12 signs there, exactly showing up. And you go, 12 signs go with it, you just lose your self. You don't know where I am. Who am I? Who am I? And who are you? And when we met here, after 3 lifetime later, we met, again, and different forms. And we say, who are you? And
You look
the
familiar.
human beings have five races, different races, there. Depends on what kind of race they are. They got right away. Ignorant people usually got discrimination right away. You're not white. You're not yellow. You're not red. Discrimination. Any discrimination go with it. That's wrong right away. Wrong road you're taking. No discrimination. No matter what, God, heaven, hell, anything, no discrimination. And you go right road. Yes, you're in right road. Yes, we call you are on time. Ethical justice. That means yes. Yes.
Last week, you mentioned blessing God. Could you elaborate?
Blessing God.
Yes.
We blessing God.
Yes.
God never bless you.
Mm.
That's correct. Yes. Supreme enlightenment, blessing God. Yes. All bodhisattvas take care of bodhisattva. All gods. Bodhisattva start from four sky, right? North, south, east, west. That's heaven called. And your center. That's 5 ways. Body and mind, 5 ways always. And always you are center of heaven. Or center of God. Center of mind too. Your center. Your spiritual matters. Don't try to go over. Who is the greatest enlightenment one? If Buddha there, I could just ask him. Buddha not out of your spirit, your self-spirit. That's Buddha. Dharmakaya. Dharmakaya immobilized. No dualities. Dualities. There is time, there is no time, the dualities. Okay. On time. That's called ethical justice on. This website's on. you cannot lie about it.
So, Master Shin, if we bless God and God doesn't bless us in form world life.
No, not necessarily God doesn't bless. God bless you
God,
too.
Right, of course, because that's what I'm going to say. In form world, when, of course, we don't want to desire things or attain things, but when, we get a new car or a promotion or a new house,
Happy about
we
it.
accredit that to God blessing us, or
Because
there's a
you did
spirit,
well. That's
right?
promotion.
So you're being compensated for your Buddha nature.
Right. As
Correct?
long as you have egoistic, your ego comes out, then you're just outlaws. You know that? No ego, no personality, no beings, no separate individuality. That's definition of God is.
You say that again? I'm sorry. No ego. No ego.
False.
No beings.
Right. No personality,
No personality.
no beings,
No
No
beings.
separate.
no separate individuality.
No.
Emptiness, no such thing is separate.
Right. Right.
No discrimination.
No discrimination, absolute equality.
So to use another word for instead of blessings, just to see if I understand this correctly, instead of blessing God, if we have right thought, right? Is that the same thing? Right thought will bring the positive consequences.
Right word. Your place, your home, right?
Right.
Your sociality, right? Your nation's right? Or universal, right? We call the cosmos harmony. Order, called the harmony or order. Or something, to get order, they call the Baptist order, some different kind, the five orders comes out. But that's not necessary. That's grouping.
Cultural matters.
That's discrimination, cultural matters. Yes. Cultural matters, mind matters. Yes. Mind is bring out there.
Well, Master Shin, why does when you're right mind and righteous and doing the right thing, why does that draw negative attention to those who may not be?
So many people has different idea, different opinions. They go
It's like they're mad at your success for the things
yeah.
that you're doing. Why?
When you go
Why?
egoistic, you go mind behavior,
That's
depends on what kind of mind
Oh.
behavior. Well behaved, they usually don't go on the anti. The well behaved one, they go with pro, yes.
They're happy
Positive.
for your success.
Mhm. That's what successful is.
Yes.
Mind successful, to turn into your life successful.
Right.
It's not so simple. We say bad things can happen to good people. There's a book called Bad Things Can Happen to
According to karma, fortune.
According to karma. Yeah. Good things always.
In
Yeah.
small print. You know?
Yes, program.
You say bad,
problem
bad
now.
and good. And remember, there's no discrimination,
such
so this
thing.
bad and good thing is already mucking it up.
Well, even good people, I think it depends on where your goodness is coming from. If it's coming from a manipulative thing, I'll be nice to him to get something. I think that's going to attract bad karma. But if it's coming from your core, it's just naturally flowing, then you're home free, I guess. Then God will bless you, or however we want to say that. I think it's
That's
weird.
like, I don't know if you're familiar with Friends, that Friends episode. They're like, there's no such thing as a selfless good deed. It's like,
Yeah.
you're doing something
Yeah.
in order to get
Right.
something, but
Yeah,
it's like,
something
you know,
like that. I think,
right.
Yeah, you have to be careful where you're coming from.
where
right?
the intention
I'm being
is
nice,
coming
you know,
from.
I'll get her attention, maybe we can go out on a date.
Right.
There's, you have to be careful.
He says, where
One,
come
two,
from?
What do you say?
Where you come from? They come
Where you
from.
come from?
Yeah, nowhere according.
Your
You come from
intentions.
nowhere. You have to come from nowhere, right? Coming from nowhere is the
Abide
best.
less.
Abide less, right?
But even in those cases, as Ray was saying, you can find situations where people do not see it and they're gonna act badly, even if it comes out of nowhere. And then you have to have the skillful means to actually deal with the
Well,
situation.
then you have to be not attached to the outcome. You know, if they strike you, fine.
It's more
big
than
deal.
that. You have to have a skillful means to deal with the situation. Also.
Skillful? That's
Skillful means.
manipulative. Skillful?
Yeah.
Sounds like manipulation.
Tell the Buddha. He was the one that came up with the
Did
term.
he come up with it?
You call the influence. Influence is not there.
Right. It's different.
Influence, yeah.
You don't know influence. You just have skillful means to deal with
This
the
mind
situation.
behavior is
Right.
influence.
So,
Mind
Master Shin,
knowledge.
quick question about practice. So, during our daily life, whatever we do, whatever we say, is out of a right thought, that you were saying, right?
Right
Out of
thought,
a right
on
thought.
time,
And,
just
right.
ethical justice on time. Yeah.
So the question is, when you do things out of a right thought, do you still have a memory after you're done?
Memory, right
you,
memory.
You still have a memory for
Yeah.
what
You can memory go with 3 lifetimes, very common.
Mhm.
This lifetimes,
Mhm.
past lifetime,
Mhm.
past of past,
Right.
triple past, and always past, present, future, all together, all mind. Usually in the mind world, is think past different, present different, future different. They're talking about. That's called the rednecks to
So when you do things out of the right thought, there's no attachment there whatsoever.
Huh?
There's no attachment there.
Oh,
when you do
attachment.
things out
If
of the
the
right
attachment
thought.
means there's forward,
Right.
we don't go with forward,
Mhm.
and we don't go with emptiness either.
So you're saying even without any attachment, then there's still memory left behind.
It's memory, right memory.
You call it
When the right thought, right memory.
Uh-huh.
Very easy to memorize when right thought.
Uh-huh.
Right thought with right memory comes with it. Yes.
Because I feel out of my practice, I try to use the principle, do things out of the right thought. What I found is I start detached from what I'm doing after I've
Yeah.
done it.
The
But then I
wrong-
start losing
yeah.
memory. I don't remember what I did. Is
You
that
open
normal
from
process?
wrong thought. When you friend your child who told me you can exhaust yourself, exhausted.
Mhm.
And the right thought, you just already in Nirvana.
Mhm.
Therefore, there's no tiring, no dislike or like.
Right. Right.
There's energy popping out constantly.
Mhm. It's I got a feeling, and that can get a lot of things done during the day, but towards the end, I still feel kind of fresh. I think about, it's very
Oh, it's
short
very-
day.
Composed energy, like transmitter, mind like transmitters. Transmitter that give the right amount of power in
Right.
each house. Too much power put the whole house burning out. The engineers, they know that, all right?
Right.
That's what kilowatt, what was sending out. Mind does adjustments called transmitters.
Mind is also receiver too. Receiver.
All receiving and sending
Yeah.
both of this.
Yeah.
And when you're Nirvana world, everything switch on profit, switch off profit too.
Yeah.
Always profit.
So I'm having a new idea about
New
what
idea, good. Always new,
always new.
always new.
Yeah, that's
When
true.
before we started, the conversation, and now it's new.
Is new.
All this all flow out, water flowing constantly, and the new water comes up there from spring. That's beautiful water, but up there, polluted water come down. All the fish, everything die. Everybody die. You got skin disease, everything.
My memory seems to be getting better as I get older. It's supposed to go the other way, and I'm having a new concept of what memory is. I mean, it seems like I can read stuff from, I don't know how to put it.
Emotional memory is
It's not
memory.
emotional memory, it's, but it's
Right.
something else going on.
Nirvana memory is.
Nirvana memory. Tell me about that.
That's good.
No,
I
it's
don't
remember.
I don't have to tell you this forever.
Maybe you're just remembering things that aren't there.
You're gonna write a program about it.
I don't know. I've been having a conversation with somebody, and I'll try to think of a name from someone from the past, and I can't get it with my emotional memory, but all of a sudden it's there. Boom. And I don't know where it came from.
Stop trying.
Buddha memory is
Yeah.
like a
Squeezing too hard.
200
Yeah.
lifetimes
All the time.
memory comes out.
What? I'm sorry.
Buddha Sakaman's memory, 200 lifetimes memory comes out.
Yeah, yeah.
That's called Nirvana memory.
Wow.
Emotional memory is just, I forgot or not. It's just more as a treasure, emotional memories turn into,
I-
Alzheimer's. You
Right.
lose everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So in order to get that nirvana memory, you have to give up the emotional memory.
Emotional memory, you don't have to touch it.
Exactly.
Don't do it. Just
Right.
leave it alone.
Although nirvana memory, actually remember,
Yeah.
is your emotional memory.
Just comes up by
Nirvana
itself.
memory.
There's no motion.
It's universal,
Nirvana memory.
Yeah.
order.
But there are no emotions in Nirvana memory.
The cosmos, the
That's
harmony. that
Another
comes.
terminology.
I think it's the Chinese soup.
Chinese soup.
The Chinese soup
It's up
that
in you.
getting me into
Five elements.
Nirvana memory.
Yeah, Chinese soup is Nirvana soup.
Nirvana.
There you go.
We should register the trademark nirvana, right? Everything added nirvana with it. Right?
Nirvana soup.
You don't make fortune out of it? And nirvana too.
We should serve it here on Saturdays. We should all have the Nirvana soup.
You can make them. I think.
Nirvana soup, another word for tea party.
Tea bag.
Tea party.
A tea party.
That's what we should be drinking.
This Buddha says tea party.
Chinese soup.
Nirvana
Have
too.
some tea, they call this. Tea is usually sweet teas.
Yeah,
Then never be contaminated by anything.
that's true. That's true.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
We talk too much in the websites. But whoever see it, they'll be jealous. Because they didn't know.
So Master, I guess, and I'm also always puzzled. What should the conversation look like on the Zen table? On the table, talking about the Zen.
Mhm.
We're not supposed to talking about the practice.
You say Zen already, there's mind is attacked with Zen.
Or
That's not
definition
Zen.
of the Zen. Is that
If
what
there
it
anything emotion matters, we don't call it Zen.
is? Okay, so we're not talking.
Nirvana
nothing
matters.
emotional.
Yes.
Okay.
Final
Uh-huh.
greatest, life greatest called PhD. Doctrine of PhD.
Right.
Very last class. Nirvana classes. Yes.
I'm thinking about how can be helpful, the conversation, how the conversation can be helpful to the people here. Because a lot of us here have not achieved a state of enlightenment yet. So talking about practice can be most helpful here. When talk about the state of enlightenment, yes, you can talk about it, you can read the sutra, understand it as a concept. I don't think it can be very helpful to the audience. So I'm just how we can balance that.
Concept and memory, those things all belong to emotion matters. The emotion matters.
Right.
As much as you can, don't touch it. When you meditate, you think you created, I'm sitting down, immobilized sitting, I'm created as meditators. That's
alright.
Egoistic meditators.
Right.
They kill yourself. And then you go with cosmos harmony way, always. All those universal matters. Not galaxy matters, not solar matters. It's entire all together. And then go with it. There's no such things. You're talking, no such things. The alone thinking over. Yeah, always go with it. Flower blossoming by itself. You know, every flower, the sellers, I grow this. He didn't grow that. Flower grows by itself. Every parent says, I raise my children because I spend a lot of effort and money.
That's right.
But that's not true. This goes by universal matters.
Contaminated myself.
Yes.
Sometimes.
A lot of times parents give the break. Anyway, it's nice talking, you guys. Yeah, it's a beautiful way to go turn out. Don't forget, we are on ethical justice, paraduna paramita. That paraduna wisdom lead you in Nirvana world. Paramita means 6 paramita. Paramita means go attain Nirvana world. Nirvana world is not far away. When you're standing, this bank is Nirvana too. The other bank is Nirvana, both of them. That means you don't have to try. This called experience.
Will we see future bodhisattvas passing us on our way over?
Bodhisattva was there. You know, as long as you go in the highest thought going up, because it's called Sumeru Mountain. Top of Sumeru Mountain, that's called your homeland.
Interesting people in the Zen saying, I have been eating the rice all my lifetime, but I have never bite the rice. One single piece of rice. Right.
So I think what it say?
And I think people saying, like Buddha having teaching for 49 years towards the end, he said, I didn't say a single word. Similar, people say,
Even Buddha says, I didn't say even one word. Because people ask for, I just give answer. I didn't say by myself, he says. That's true. He didn't lie.
Doesn't also that reflect that when Buddha was teaching and out of a boundless mind? Is that also
Boundless mind.
Is that what that means?
Awareness mind, awareness consciousness, awareness, this emptiness goes. This emptiness is really trick. Therefore, the Buddhist translation, emptiness is on emptiness.
Right.
We don't go in emptiness some way. On emptiness, on sunyata of emptiness. On paraduna is same on, same thing. Nirvana is on nirvana, not in nirvana.
Otherwise, you're hooked.
You're hooked. As long as there's mind the world is always got hooked. The fish hook, same thing. And all the net, flying bird cut in net. But wind wouldn't go through. The same thing. White cloud never cut by empty sky, empty heaven. Never be cut. But there's one thing, the cleanest part was never be disappeared, always there. Dharma talking about triple emptinesses. right? You go as double emptiness, not enough. This parajana world is. You go with Nirvana world. Single emptiness, hell. Totality, hell. Called. Although mind world is hell too. Present hell, mind world. There's a lot of dukkha happening. You think about yourself and belong to hospital. You lose your life. They think would care you. But you stay longer, you got longer hell. They stay hospital, they give prescription all the time. Heavy prescription. NIH top NIHs. Heavy prescriptions. It doesn't later no prescription. Recipe is much better. Called recipe is better than prescription. Yeah? Even Buddha says so. Some the secret Buddhist sect they are called Tantra Buddhism. They think your hair is green, your neck is red, your in between eyeballs are white. The color, 7 colors. That's the color of Halloween. That's not the way to do. Alright. What is next week?
Sentient beings are numberless, we vow to save them. Desires are inexhaustible, we vow to end them. The dharmas are boundless, we vow to master them. The Buddha's way is incomparable, we vow to attain it.
Thank you.
One question.
Yeah.
You told Carl that is based on 6 months. The paperwork says 1 year in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
55.
So we can renew it.
Huh?
We can renew it. We'll go along with the
Johnny,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll take
Yeah.
it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you have to write the.
Buy it from Amazon.
I don't know. Oh, I did this. I was on the website.